we're in such a different era of wrestling right now. And it felt like you were really acknowledging that when you turned on Cody at Bad Blood and there were no WWE cameras to capture it.
Yeah.
And it's basically saying like, oh, we're doing it. And I know that spot in Atlanta where you did it at the arena, there was like a fan bridge that took you in and out of the arena. It's like you knew if you guys had this thing happening there, a bunch of people would capture it and the story would write itself. That has a lot of faith in knowing that this is the era that we're in right now. How'd you know it would work?
It wasn't me. That was Triple H. That was his idea. He felt confident in doing it that way. I was not sure. I'm like, I don't know, man. Is there even going to be enough people there? It turns out he was completely right. There was. And yeah, it's just a different way of telling the stories. And he's got a different mentality than Vince had. And it's really interesting. And people really responded to it. And the same thing with Randy. The way I ended up ultimately turning on Randy was, it was on TV, but it was done differently. It wasn't, it was something that was released later as well. And you just kind of caught the tail end of it on TV, but then they did the security footage after. And yeah, it's just a way, he wants to tell stories differently. And he's willing to, try stuff out and see what sticks. And I think that makes the show way more interesting, It doesn't mean it's always going to work. Like there might be sometimes that it doesn't land, but we're trying different things and new things. And I think that's so important in wrestling. Like when it gets monotonous and repetitive, like it's just, no matter how good the matches are and the promos are, if you feel like you've seen it before, and it's okay to have seen it before once, like if you see a rematch once or twice, great. But man, there were times over, like, I'd say in 2008, 2009, I was an avid fan. I would never miss any WWE shows, even when I was an independent wrestler traveling the world. But I started paying a lot less attention in 08, 09 because I felt like this is literally the same thing every single week. And there were times where, even when I was here, like 2016, 2017, I felt like we just did this 2 weeks ago and now we're doing it again. And you know what I mean? And to me, when it gets like that, it's just not the way we need to do things. I think we need different things. There's new things. We need to try stuff and it has to feel unpredictable and exciting,